All right, so let's talk about adding the materials to our project, right? So in the course resources folder, you'll see that I've included a bunch of images and some textures that we can actually use. This is the elevation that I used to create the 3D model here. And what's interesting about these elevations is this is where all the material information is coming from. If you've never worked with an architect, this is a typical drawing that they'll provide. This is basically showing the contractor or even us what it's supposed to look like. And this doesn't use perspective. This is a 2D orthographic drawing, so everything looks flat. But basically, each number bubble, right, correlates with a key. So 1 could be asphalt shingles, 2 can be metal, and so on. And usually, the architect will include a spec that'll say, use this brand by this color, or they'll just submit a look and feel board and be like, hey, this is the general vibe we're going for, right? So if you're ever curious like how these materials come to be, that's how. With this project, since it's actually been built, I can show you what the materials should look like and we can reverse engineer them, right? So let's talk about how many different materials we're going to have here. So if we look here, we've got this wood cedar shake, right? And if you're savvy enough, you might have noticed that that actually doesn't look like this. The interesting thing of architecture is what you originally spec out and you plan to do, right, often changes. And that could be material shortages or labor costs or material costs, you name it. So this is a wood shake. So we've got that, and I've got a beautiful texture that I'll be sharing with you guys that you can use to create this, which is really nice. So that's our first one. Second one, we've got our black windows, right? We've got our siding here, right? Our plank siding. So that's the third one. We've got our asphalt shingles, that's 4. We've got the tiling right here, or the pavers, that's 5. And we've got our trim, right? Our trim is all this white stuff. This is the soffit, the fascias, the trim around the windows. They're all the same, painted material. We're going to need a material for our door, this little blue door, grass, the mulch, and that's it. It's not that bad. Maybe a material for the pool water, right? So here you can see it was a project in a development. And yeah, we'll be making all these materials. We also have this is a gravel driveway, right? It's not an asphalt driveway. So that's another one. So we're looking at about, 10 different materials, and I'll show you how we're going to make each one of them.